Sports on Tap Detroit, brought to you by Tap and Barrel Grill, the Realtors of the Joe Wright Group, Jason Stiltner of Flagstar Bank, Baldman Entertainment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
We are tonight's entertainment.
We're here to fuck shit up.
Sports the way it should be. Nothing sugar-coated, with loaded with all the information you wanted. From legends to prospects, nothing's off limits. Chris and Joe be taking on all topics with no stopping. They keep it rolling and going and ball hopping at a rate that's hard stopping. With news that's jaw dropping, they're getting it in. Sports Center competition, man, they in it to win. This ain't a fluke. From Carolina to Duke, from MSU to Michigan, you'll know if you listening. If you ain't, you missing it. All the excitement, they shock like a thundercloud and ride of lightning. Get it together, you know ain't nobody better. Bring heat than cold weather. You better put on a sweater. You better just let it go and all come and attack. Sit back, relax, let's tell them it's on tap.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill, paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
If you smell
The dude.
is cooking.
I wanted this job bad.
And I am a motivational speaker.
All right, here's what I know.
Yeah,
This community is strong. This place has been kicked, it's been battered, it's been bruised.
we just might blow the whole planet up, you know.
I can sit up here and give you coach speak all day long. None of that matters, and you guys don't want to hear it anyway.
I'm sick and tired of living in a van down by the river.
Here's what I do know. You've had enough of that shit.
Yeah,
The city's been down, and it found a way to get up. We're going to kick you in the teeth.
well, you know me, Gene, we really don't know what we're dealing with here, man.
All right, and when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you, and when you knock us down,
Grab his dick and twist it.
we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Twist is good.
All right, and we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down.
Reckless abandon.
All right, and on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap,
I didn't blame anyone for the loss of my legs.
and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down.
I don't give a rat's behind.
And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you.
I'll buy your legs off. We're gonna wrestle around.
Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
You're not going to amount to jack squat. Yeah, I'm the dude.
Welcome to episode 195 of Sports on Tap Detroit. Alongside Joe Waddell, I'm Chris Scott. That was excellent.
That was
I enjoyed that very much.
Some extra stuff at the beginning of the show this week.
Yes, it was. With that Dan Campbell intro, literally the Detroit Lions lived up to none of it in this game against this Christmas Day game against the Minnesota Vikings. They lost to Pierce Brosnan. Was the Vikings quarterback, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, James Bond was their quarterback?
Yep.
Okay. He outplayed Jared Goff?
Well, yeah,
Ish.
Ish. I mean, they played on opposite sides, and really he didn't, because what did they have? They had like 3 passing yards.
Yeah, it was enough. It was enough. But when you knock us down, we'll get right back up, right?
Yep.
We'll bite off your kneecap.
Bite off a kneecap.
Well, you know, all this nonsense, blah, 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 whatever.
Well, they'll have plenty of time to figure out how to bite off more kneecaps, because they will not be in the playoffs this year.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is a shame. Honestly, it is a shame.
That's a shame.
It is a shame, because I prefer when Lions fans have their hopes at the highest before they get let down.
Oh, yeah.
And now, it's not. I would prefer them to be higher on the team, make the playoffs again, maybe even a 1 seed, and get knocked out by a team like, I don't know, Washington. You know what I mean?
Wait, didn't that happen?
Oh, shit, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's my bad.
Don't stop believing, though.
Don't stop believing in the rah-rah, sis-boom-ba coach that you have.
It's kind of funny that
that really can't coach his way out of a paper bag.
I just find it it's kind of hilarious that we said this years ago, that this is the type of coach he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not a great X's and O's guy. He just isn't.
Nope.
And we heard, you're wrong. You know what you're talking about. This, that, and the other thing. Okay.
We're still hearing it.
Oh, yeah,
Because they're still believing.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because they don't stop believing.
They don't stop believing. But, yeah, so we still get, shtick from it that, hey, we're wrong.
Yeah.
Guys, I hate to tell you, no, we're not. We're not wrong.
No.
And you saw it this year. You saw it this year. And I know you guys want to go with the injury excuse. Every team has injuries, guys. Every one of them. Look at what the Niners are doing. So your excuse holds 0 weight in this one. 0.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The Niners are about to get the number 1 seed in the NFC. Possibly.
They're on their way.
Yeah. Look at the injuries they've had. Hell, their starting quarterback was out for, what, 5 weeks?
They lost their two best defensive players for the entire year.
Yeah.
They lost Kittle for about half the season.
Yep.
They lost Purdy for half the season. They lost Pearsall for more than half the season.
Yep.
They lost Juwan Jennings for a few games.
Brandon Ayuk, who has no idea where the hell he is.
Brandon Ayuk hasn't even played at all this year.
Yep.
I'm not sure he'll ever play for the 49ers again. But
no,
again,
I don't see that happening.
But again,
at all.
they're not the only team either. If you
No.
look at the amount of injuries that New England suffered over this year,
Yeah.
they had a ton of injuries.
Yep.
Especially on the offensive line. They were starting backups on like 3 out of the 5 positions on offensive line at one point.
Look at how many injuries the Bills have had, especially defensively. Like,
so, I mean,
like,
the injury thing,
no.
it's an excuse that fans can use when they're a fan of a team. They say, oh, yeah, well, they did have a bunch of injuries, so that's good that helps you sleep at night to tell yourself that.
Yep.
But in reality, in the NFL, injuries, if you're a good enough team, injuries don't come back to bite you.
Every team has injuries. Every one of them.
Everyone.
So, I know you guys want to use that crutch, last year, this year. Cool. Do your thing. But people actually watching this know what's up. Like, your head coach is so dependent on his assistants that make him, quote, look good, look like he knows what he's doing.
He's built his whole philosophy on rah, run through a wall for me.
Yes.
We're going for it on fourth down almost all the time.
Yep. Which this year, I think it was more of a hindrance than anything.
Uh-huh.
Because
and then his assistants, his coordinators.
Yeah.
And Ben Johnson wasn't shit.
Oh, it's all I heard as soon as he left.
Fuck Ben Johnson. I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
That's exactly what I heard. Like, oh, he ain't shit. We'll be fine without him. We'll be okay without him. Okay.
I also heard that Chicago wouldn't be shit with him.
And they just won a division.
Yeah.
I that might be the best thing to come out of this. Is that right there?
Yeah.
Is your team has been good for 2 years, and you're so fucking arrogant that you don't think that your assistant coach had like anything to do with it.
I equate Lions fans right now to somebody who hits the lotto and gets rich overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're broke again in 3 years.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to have money. They don't, like Lions fans right now, and Lions they don't know how to have nice things. So they had nice things for 2 years. They got really puffed up and arrogant, and we're just, we're world beaters. We're going to go out and beat the 85 Bears and, all this shit.
And their fan base became insufferable.
Yes.
It really did.
More insufferable than it was before, which I didn't think was fucking possible.
No, I didn't either. But it got to the point where, like I said, I got to the point with this team and this organization where I like nothinged them. I was just like, all right, you guys win. Cool. You guys lose? Cool. Whatever. Don't care.
I've never been there.
Fair enough. No, I got to that point. I was like, fuck them.
Yeah, I've been there. So I was either a Lions fan or fuck the franchise and the fans,
Right.
fuck that, all that shit. I've never been where you were at, where you were like,
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, but now, I hope they lose every fucking game they play for the rest of eternity. Like, seriously. I'm like, that's where I'm at. And honestly, that's where I will stay. After this ridiculous display, these past 2 years, yeah, all right, I'm good. I'm all set. Like you really showed what kind of fucking ignorant fucking fans you are.
Yep.
And there's no erasing that.
I'm not going to disagree with you
because there's going to come a point in time where they're going to suck again. It's the NFL. It's cyclical. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll get good again, and you're going to do the same exact thing. So we see what kind of fan base this is. Like this, I guess these past 2 years was kind of like the test. What kind of fan base are you when you actually get good? Are you that fan base that people are like, yeah, I like those guys. They're cool. They're not assholes. They're like, yeah, we root for our team, but we're not obnoxious about it. Or are you what we've seen? Are you the obnoxious, insufferable fan base?
Mm-hmm.
We got the latter. And with that, I'm just like, all right, I'm good. I hope this organization loses forever. But that's kind of my take on it. What I loved is with literally your season on the line, you walked into Minnesota against like Pierce Brosnan, guy like I've never heard of. And you put forward that effort? Really? Now, what does that say more to they didn't quite run through the wall?
No. And here's the thing. It's not just injuries. There's a lot of things wrong with this team right now. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to speak for you. I'll speak for me.
I would hope so.
You might agree with me.
I might.
I'm gonna say you probably will, but I didn't think that they peaked just yet. I thought they still had a little more time before it would kind of implode. Knowing full well it was going to implode at some point.
Yep.
Because Dan Campbell and, God, I forget his fucking name now. The GM.
Oh, Brad Holmes.
Brad Holmes.
Yep.
They're loyal to a fault.
That is the disease in the city.
They're loyal, so loyal.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people are going to say, what's he supposed to do? But the coach has already gone out there and said that Jared Goff played better than he did last year. He's a stud. He's our guy. He's our quarterback. He's not going anywhere. After a season like you had, with the expectations you had, you should be analyzing every position.
Yes.
And what it is they end up becoming very loyal to their own guys. They draft them. Well, we're going to sign them too then. We're not just going to draft them. We're going to sign them to a second contract, and we're going to be loyal to them. And this is going to be a loyalty back and forth thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can't build a team like that, man. Because when you pay all your guys, at a certain point in time, you've got nothing left over, and you're paying big contracts to people that maybe you shouldn't. Like, you need to be selective.
And you don't have the depth.
Exactly.
Which, with injuries,
yep,
you need depth, which you have none of because you've paid all your guys.
Well, and because they decide to make weird trades in the draft and trade away a couple of third-rounders for Tesla, which, don't get me wrong, he shows promise, but couldn't you have used a couple extra picks on offensive linemen or defensive linemen or somewhere where you had weakness, where you had injuries? Like, you need to find depth there. You're not going to find quality depth in signing free agents, really, honestly.
No, you're not, because you're going to overpay for it.
And what you need to do is build quality depth through your draft, and that comes from rounds 3 through 6, usually, is where your depth comes from.
Yes. And this is why draft picks are gold. I mean, we talk about draft picks like when you're in a playoff run, and you can use some of that capital to get a guy. You know, like we talk about Jalen Waddle.
I
right?
I think draft picks are too highly touted when it comes to
right.
Like, oh, I'm not going to trade a first round pick. I'm not going to trade this year's and next year's first round pick to get Myles Garrett. If you take this year's and next year's first round picks, you'd be lucky to get one guy that is Myles Garrett.
Exactly.
Trade the fucking picks.
Yes.
But when it comes down to trading 2 third-round picks to get Tesla, what are you doing, man? You're trading picks to get a pick that it's like you're trading 2 lottery tickets for 1 lottery ticket.
Exactly. Yes.
What are you doing?
It doesn't make any sense.
It makes zero sense. If you're trading lottery tickets for a proven player that you're hoping to get through the draft, then do it. But if you're trading lottery tickets, you're going to trade 2 lottery tickets for what you think is a better lottery ticket? Nah, fam. That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make
Not
sense.
when you're trying to build a championship team.
No, I concur with this 100%. And this is why the team is in the position that it's in. Now, will they be better next year? I don't foresee it. I think they're going to be roughly around the same as they were this year.
I think they'll be a middling, maybe a fringe playoff team next year.
I can see that.
They could make the playoffs next year.
Unless they somehow make a huge
Splash
of a
yeah.
trade,
Uh-huh.
which, what do you go out and you get Max Crosby? Okay.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, how much better is that going to make your defense? It'll make it better, obviously, but...
Well, yes.
But, I mean, is it going to make it significantly better to the point where that makes you legitimate Super Bowl contenders? I don't think so. I mean, it'll vault you up in the division race, for sure. You'll probably end up winning it. You know, depending on, obviously, what the Packers and Bears and if the Vikings get their shit together. You know, we'll see how the Vikings who beat you twice this year, if they get their shit together. But that's the only way I see this team getting back to where they were when they went to the NFC Championship game. Is you can't keep going, like to your point, you can't keep going the way you're going right now. You just can't. It's not sustainable.
No.
Now
You're going to have to take one of those forks in the road.
Yeah, you are.
And you're, in order to get to where you want to go, you got to take one of those turns.
And one of these guys that people love, you're going to have to either trade them or let them walk.
Yeah.
There's no other way, guys. There just isn't. You know, and we talked about, you know, loyalty to a fault. That's been the disease in the city forever. Forever. Like you saw it with the Wings, and you saw what it did to them, put them in, you know, a decade of misery from not making the playoffs.
Here's what I want to look at it this way, guys. really look at it this way. Your Lions right now have the same record as the Minnesota Vikings, who have started 3 different quarterbacks this year, none of which were really good. It was McCarthy, Wentz, and this Pierce Brosnan guy. And you have the same record as them. The exact same record. You're 8-8. So I know you want to think your team is so much better than every other team in the league, or most every other team in the league. Right now you have the same record as the Minnesota Vikings, who started 3 fucking quarterbacks this year, and none of them were good.
But injuries.
And their two running backs in Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason are nowhere near your combo of Gibbs and Montgomery.
Oh, Sonic and Knuckles?
Yeah.
Stupidest fucking... Every time I hear anybody say that, it's Sonic and Knuckles. I'm like, how old are you? Grow up.
I don't know why fans get into that irritates me too. And you and I get irritated at things that don't irritate a lot of normal people. But
grow up, Peter Pan.
But I also get irritated at, and Frank knows this because Frank does it sometimes to me on purpose.
Yeah.
It does irritate me when fans talk about their team and the players on their team as if they're like friends with them and they know them. Like they use their nicknames. Like, well, I was watching Deucey out there, who was C.J. Gardner Johnson or whatever his name is. They called him Deucey.
Yeah.
Like, you are not his fucking why are you calling him by his fucking nickname?
He doesn't even know you exist, dude.
No, and if he did, he might walk over and punch you like DK did.
I just, speaking of the DK thing.
I want to talk about that too.
Oh, hit it now. Do it.
By all means. Lead into it. You were going to bring it up. Go ahead.
No, I just speaking of the DK thing, I love that. First of all, that press conference. What a fucking joke that was.
If you're going to do that and try to act like that guy did, because it was all acting.
Oh, yeah.
It was all acting.
Obviously. Everything that came out of that dude's mouth, I'm like, I believe you.
I've seen better acting in porn.
Yes.
That was horrible.
How the fuck do you show up to that wearing a backwards hat?
A backwards hat and a suit.
What are we doing here?
If anybody listens to this and knows this guy, please tell me that you realize if he is your friend, he's a tool bag.
Fucking straight up loser. Like flat out, he's a fucking loser.
This guy's a fucking nut job loser. He's a douchebag.
The fact that was his whole intent to have DK do what he did,
yeah.
And not to mention, what I loved how Jay Glazer came out on Sunday, that he did this last year.
Yep.
And now, to me, the fault with this lies on the Lions organization. It does. Because you knew about this, and you did nothing. Mm-hmm. You let this asshole back into that stadium, knowing what he said the year previous.
Well, they let him back in because he had blue hair, and he was a Lions fan. Like, how old is this dude, by the way?
He's got to be at least in his 40s or 50s.
Right. You're dyeing your hair blue to go to a Lions game?
No.
What? I don't understand fandom at this point, dude.
No.
Because I've never been a paint my face type of person.
No.
I've never been a wear a bunch of silly shit. Now, again, I've said it. I'll wear a Santa hat and a fucking weird sweater and a I don't care what people think about me. But when it comes down to that shit, I look at that, what the fuck are you doing as a grown adult going to a fucking game with your hair dyed blue? Rooting for a team that, dude, they don't even know you exist.
No, they don't.
And now the only reason they know you exist is because you're a fucking toolbox.
And you've literally, you're the face of that organization right now. Now, if I were the Lions organization,
and the face of the organization looks like he belongs to the Lollipop Guild in Wizard of Oz, as he talks out of the side of his mouth. What is up with that, too, dude?
Oh yeah, if I was the Lions organization, I'd be furious with this fucking guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You are not representing our organization.
Honestly, right now, if I was the Lions, that dude would never be allowed to do another game.
Never.
Ever.
Never.
Ever, ever.
And if this somehow does go to court or whatever, which I'm sure it will.
Oh, it will.
If I'm the judge, I get your ass out of my courtroom. Mm-hmm. Are you fucking serious? Mm-hmm. Out. We're not wasting anybody's time or money.
Here's where he might actually succeed. No matter what, you shouldn't put your hands on another person like that. And that's where he might succeed. Is the judge possibly could look at it as, yes, you were goading him to try to do this, but you were using words, nothing else, and he then quote unquote attacked you or hit you. in my opinion, I have a different outlook on DK at this point. I never really liked DK in the first place.
Yeah.
Still really don't. But when this happened, I was like, both of them are fucking stupid.
Fair.
But the more I look into this, the more I read about it, the more I hear about it, the more it goes on. And this guy has his fucking press conference. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to punch the guy too.
Oh, absolutely. I'm like, are you?
If you punch him in the one side of the face, though, it might not get talking over the other side. Like,
maybe.
Instead of just talking out the one side like that, maybe he could talk out the other side like that.
And, people talking that DK is going to lose his bonuses. No, he's not.
No.
The Steelers already said no, he's not.
The team already said they're not going to enact that. He's still going to get his guaranteed money.
I just don't understand, we just talked about a little bit.
I mean, he could have lost his bonus. He could have lost his
for sure.
guarantees.
Yeah, he could have. But, again, I just don't understand how the Lions as an organization, knowing that this asshole did the same shit previous, did nothing about it. Nothing. And to me, that's egregious. That's fucking egregious to me.
Yep. I mean, there's more to come on this one.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
I've even seen a ton of Lions fans calling this guy out for being a douche, which I give them credit for.
Good.
I'm
sorry if
and basically saying that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
and saying that he's shady, right? Which that whole press conference thing, it was all it was shady.
Oh yeah.
With B level or C level actually, I can't even D level acting.
Yes.
And again, here's the question I have. This whole charade. He yelled at him last year. He did it this year. He finally got him to touch him or whatever, got him to hit him. I think he wanted to touch him somewhere else. I think he's just mad he didn't touch him somewhere else. Yeah. I think he has a thing for DeKalen, as he likes to call him.
I guess.
But what I don't understand is, the question I have is literally just one. Why? It's a bunch of shady shit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Like, where is this leading? Why? What is the motive here?
Fame.
Was it just to get your ass on camera and to get punched by DeKalen?
Literally, it's fame. Like, people want to be the main character.
And
he wanted to be the main character.
It's so
absurd. He got his 15 minutes. That's exactly what he's going for here.
Wow.
100%.
In that case, again, I hope this guy hears this, and I hope maybe his friends do too. You're fucking sad, dude. You have a sad life.
Yes.
A fucking sad life. You're out there in blue fucking hair yelling at DK Metcalf and being a fucking toolbox. And then you hold a press conference, which was a back alley abortion, to say the least.
When I heard that he was actually going to have a press conference, I'm like, no, he's not. He's not having a press conference. And then obviously he did. And it was just like, okay. Anybody that takes this serious
fucking loser
is dumb. Like, you are a mental defective if you take this serious, like, flat out. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Anyways.
Yeah, what a loser.
Well, you know who's not a loser?
Yeah, Jason Stilton for Flagstar Bank.
If you're a homeowner or looking to be a first-time home buyer, give Jason Stiltner, Senior Loan Officer at Flagstar Bank, a call today at 248-752-3631. Jason has great mortgage programs for first-time home buyers, including down payment assistance options and excellent interest rates. Again, give my guy, Jason Stiltner from Flagstar Bank, a call today at 248-752-3631 and get the excellent service you deserve. Flagstar Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 27546.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's go into the rest of the NFL from last week. There's a lot of games that honestly had no meaning to it. So
yeah, we're not going to.
No.
There's a lot of these we're not going to talk about.
Yeah, like Cowboys Commanders, don't care. We obviously just went over the Lions Vikings, Broncos Chiefs. Broncos clinched the AFC West. Good for them.
Yeah.
So really not much to say there other than that. Texans Chargers. That one actually did have some meaning. Texans come out of it 20-16 winners.
Can we talk for a second about? I want to go back to the Broncos Chiefs.
Sure.
You had the Broncos as a sleeper Super Bowl team.
Hey-o.
My sleeper Super Bowl team was the Packers.
Wow.
Obviously, you're more you're more right than I am.
Yeah, but you had the Panthers, not as a sleeper Super Bowl team, but like as a
playoff sleeper team. Yeah. Well, you had Chicago as a playoff sleeper team, and look where they're at. They're winning the division. So
fair enough.
I will say that your calls probably were more on point than mine. I do have the 49ers
I must be
being up there
smarter
as
than
well.
you.
Well, you might be. You very much might be.
I doubt it.
When it comes down to it, though, I want to ask you: Do you feel confident in the Broncos being a sleeper Super Bowl team, or have their wins been borderline along the lines of the Minnesota wins from a couple years ago, where they're all by like 3 points,
Right.
they're a little bit fraudulent? What say you on that one? I'm curious.
I don't feel confident in any team being a Super Bowl team this year. I don't.
I think we've talked about that several times. Is that there's only like
Every team has flaws. Every one of them.
well, look at last night's game.
Yeah.
Like the Rams are probably the team to beat in the NFC, and they got punched in the teeth
Yeah.
by Atlanta last night.
Yeah. So Atlanta basically only plays good on like standalone night games, apparently.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So they're going to need to get a whole night schedule going.
I guess. Because they did that to the Rams, and then what they did to Buffalo earlier this year on
Mm-hmm.
Monday night or Sunday night, whatever night it was. But yeah, I can't say that about the Broncos any more than I could say that about any other team that's going to be in the playoffs. I can't.
Right.
At some point, all these teams that have gone to the playoffs, that are going to go to the playoffs, have looked like frauds.
Yes.
Every one of them. You know, some for longer periods of time than others, but there's not one of these teams that I look at and go, yeah, that's the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yes. So the answer to your question is no. I don't.
They're on the same level as everybody else.
I think so. I think everybody's on the same level at this point.
Yep.
Basically, now this year it's just get in. Like even if you got to go on the road, who cares? Just get in.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. Now, I'll say this about the Bills, and that game against the Eagles was an absolute dumpster fire on both sides. The Eagles and the Bills, they look like shit, both of them. But let me get your thought on this.
No.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
What did you think of them going for 2?
Buffalo?
Yes.
I've never really understood that. Like,
And he had him. He threw a terrible
he
pass.
he did. He had him. He threw a terrible pass.
Yeah.
So the play call was right.
Yeah.
And the play was right.
Yeah.
So it's 6 and 1, half a dozen the other, I guess. I would always prefer to kick the extra point. And
Take a chance in overtime.
yeah, if I'm the better team,
Yeah.
overall, I would say give me a fifth quarter
Yeah.
to beat that team. If I'm an underdog and I've scratched and clawed to get that game to where it's at,
Yeah.
then I'm going for 2. Because at that point in time, I'm just risking losing more if I go in. You see what I'm saying?
I'm actually in agreement with you.
You're on one side or the other.
Yeah.
If you're on the side of the team that is the underdog and you're kind of lucky to be there in that game and you got there without...
Go for the win.
Right. Go for the win.
Yeah.
If you're the better team in the scenario,
Yeah.
give me a whole extra quarter to take it to this team and give me a chance to win.
And that's kind of where I was going with this, because the Bills in the second half of that game were the significantly better team.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
the Eagles didn't have a passing yard in the second half.
They had like 7 total yards in the second.
So you got the momentum in that second half.
Mm-hmm.
Just go to overtime.
Take the momentum into overtime.
Yeah.
And again,
And this is why I don't trust Sean McDermott. This is why I don't trust him. This is why the Bills will never win anything with him as a head coach. Ever. Because whenever it comes down to significant moments in games, he always makes the wrong call. Always. And now I get that, well, if Allen had made the proper throw, it would have worked.
yeah.
Okay, it's a 50-50 proposition. I'm taking the odds on this one, like half and half. To me, that is go to overtime. You've dominated the entire second half. Go to overtime. So now you have 3 possible outcomes. You can either win, lose, or you can actually get a tie, which may help you, right?
Right.
But in that, you have 2 scenarios. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. You know?
Right.
Give me the one period where you have 3 potential outcomes instead of 2. I don't know. I was not a fan of it. And again, obviously, if Allen makes a better throw, they win the game. Cool. I look at it like, go to overtime. You've dominated the entire second half.
Yeah.
And that just made more sense to me. I didn't like it.
You know,
But-
there's only one playoff. I was just looking at this. There's only one playoff spot still undecided. Now, spotting wise, maybe not, but like there's only two teams that are fighting to get into the playoffs right now.
Bucks and Panthers.
No, it's let me
Really?
see.
That was Bucks and
No,
Panthers.
it's so I'm sorry. There's two games. You're right. There's two games. So it's Bucks and Panthers.
Yeah.
It's two games. Bucks and Panthers and Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Yeah.
Other than that, every other team is in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They just might have.
It's all like seeding.
It's a seeding issue, right? So there's only two teams, one from each conference that are not settled yet, and it's going to be division winners. It's going to be the division winner either of Carolina, Tampa Bay, and then the division winner of Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So it's kind of unique to not have much coming down in week 18 to where
Yeah.
there's more spots on the line here. Because even Green Bay's in. They're probably the worst team that's going to make it in unless maybe Carolina or Tampa might be the worst team to make it in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was looking at seeding and all that stuff, and there's only two spots on the line still going into week 18.
Now, it kind of we were talking about just all these teams that are in and how there's no clear cut favorite for a Super Bowl, and I'm going to bring this back to the Bills again really quick. This is simply, people are all, they got to win. It's Mahomes isn't there. Lamar Jackson might not be there. Burrow's not there. Like, that doesn't make any difference to me. Like, it doesn't. Like, if he doesn't win, then he doesn't win. It's hard to win a Super Bowl, guys. I don't think you realize how hard it is to win a Super Bowl. You could be the greatest. Like, look at Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Like, arguably, you could argue he's the best quarterback ever.
You could.
He didn't win a Super Bowl.
Never won a Super Bowl. He made it to one.
He made it to one Super Bowl.
I think it was his rookie season, wasn't it?
I believe it was, yes. Like, he made one Super Bowl.
And like Lions fans, I'm sure he thought there'd be more.
Right. But you gotta have the team around you. Things have to fall into place for this to work, right?
Yes.
But going into the playoffs this year, obviously they're a significantly flawed team. It's like, oh, they're not going to have the home field advantage. I'm like, has that worked out for them in the past? No. Like, because generally you're playing in shitty weather.
Right.
Where it's snowing, it's cold. Okay.
Which, yeah, you should have the upper hand on, but lots of things can happen in bad weather.
And
I mean, if I'm a team, I'd rather play away from home in a dome.
A dome or in
than
Florida,
at home in snow. Right.
In Florida, which they're either going to end up in Houston or Jacksonville.
Right.
That's where they're going.
Which either one of those is
it's
good.
not snowing. It might get rain.
So you're not the home team.
Yeah.
But again, the playing surface and the playing conditions will be better.
People, you always hear that the Buffalo's got the home field advantage. I'm like, but do they?
Right. I mean,
both teams got to play in it. I understand that, but the way the Bills play the game offensively, it's not predicated well when it's bad weather. It just isn't.
Right.
You want to obviously play in significantly better weather.
I don't think much of the NFL, I don't think the way that many of the NFL teams play now is conducive to bad weather games.
No.
Because most teams play in a fast-paced offense. They're trying to pass more.
Yes.
Even their running backs are not big plotters like maybe Derrick Henry.
Right.
They're faster scat backs, which in snow and in rain, your cutting ability is completely it's not taken away from you, but it's diminished, right? So
yeah.
there's a lot of things that both teams have to put up with in bad weather. And it doesn't necessarily go towards the home team anymore, right? I mean, it just doesn't.
And that's why I say, like, I don't necessarily think home field matters anymore.
Yeah,
Just get in.
I agree.
Just get in. I think that
I think there's certain occasions where it can come into play.
I think that goes for, like, all professional sports now. Like, I don't think home field means all that much anymore. I don't.
Not as much as
College?
it used to.
Yes.
Well, like right now, I'll be honest with you. If San Francisco can tie up the number one seed,
yeah,
they have a path to the Super Bowl that never leaves San Francisco.
Right, yeah, because the Super Bowl's in.
Because the Super Bowl's in San Francisco.
Yeah.
If they lock up the number one seed, their path to the Super Bowl never leaves their state.
Right.
It never leaves their stadium.
Right.
Like, they don't have to go anywhere, and they could win the Super Bowl as long as they keep winning games.
That would be cool for them. But yeah, so getting back to the overarching question of this about just the Broncos and are they frauds or is this team a fraud? I think every team has looked fraudulent at some point in time this year. Every one of them.
No, I think you're right. I was just curious as to whether you felt better about that pick, worse about that pick, whether you think they, it's just one of those things where since you did pick them, I kind of wanted to get where you were standing right now with it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I mean, looking at the teams that are going to be in, I mean, is there one team that I look at as more fraudulent than another team? I mean, if you really want to go that route,
Ravens.
Okay.
My pick to win the Super Bowl, by the way. So that just shows you where
I think I have them in the Super Bowl.
You do.
I have them losing to the Eagles.
You have them losing to the Eagles.
Yeah.
I have the Ravens beating San Francisco. I could possibly be correct on my two teams. Right. I could still. Both the teams that I have winning the AFC and the NFC are still in it.
Right.
So,
I mean,
same with you.
So I'm looking at this, and I mean, if you from the narrative about the Patriots, right, is that their schedule is an absolute cupcake, which, I mean, if we're being real here, it kind of is, right? I don't necessarily believe they're a fraud. I think that's a good football team. Like, flat out,
yes,
I think it's a good football team.
I agree with you. I think they're a very good football team.
I mean, you could look at the Jags, okay? But they've beaten some good teams. So, okay.
They have.
Right? So, I mean, the Steelers...
You know who's beaten some really good teams?
Who's that?
Houston.
They have. Yeah. Defense travels, baby.
Like if you want to take a look at their schedule and see who they've beaten. They beat, now again, it's Kansas City. It was who was having a down year, but they beat Kansas City.
Yeah.
They beat the Chargers. They beat Buffalo. They beat Indianapolis. They beat Jacksonville, who is one of the better teams right now. They came within 3 points of beating Denver. They beat San Francisco. They beat the shit out of Baltimore. So, I mean, there's some wins right there that team has some really good wins underneath their belt.
I mean, I guess if I want to go any route here, it's probably the biggest fraud of these playoff teams.
Yeah.
I would probably say the Chargers. Because they have the history of just charging in the playoffs, like, every year.
Right.
But I'm looking at their schedule and their wins and losses. They beat the Chiefs twice. What's the first game of the year?
Yep.
But this kind of last game of the year, I'm not even going to count because I think the Chiefs were pretty much out of it by that point.
Yeah.
They beat the Raiders twice. All right, that's cupcake, right? They beat the Broncos. I'll give them that. Okay, you beat the Broncos. But you lost to the Giants.
Right.
You lost to the Commanders. You beat the Dolphins. You lost to the Colts. Then you ripped off 3 straight wins against the Vikings, the Titans, and the Steelers. Okay?
Yeah.
You lost to the Jags. You beat the Raiders. That was one of your 2 wins against the Raiders. You did beat the Eagles. Credit. You beat the Eagles. The Chiefs' second one, whatever. That's when the Chiefs were done. The Cowboys at the end of their season. And then you just lost to the Texans. I don't know. If I had to pick one team out of this bracket of the NFL playoffs that is, quote, fraudulent, I would go with the LA Chargers.
For me, it would come down to it would come down to, in the AFC, it would come down to the 2 teams who are playing for a playoff spot.
Oh, the Ravens and the Steelers?
Yes.
No.
And then in the NFC, it would come down to if Tampa beats Carolina, for me it'd be Tampa being the fraudulent team at this point because they went 1-7 down the stretch here. They're a bad football team right now. They're not doing anything correct. They're not doing anything right.
Right.
And I wouldn't say if Carolina beats them, I would say they're not fraudulent because Carolina has, for the team that everybody thought they were going to be, they've already overachieved.
Yes, they have.
So at that point in time, if it's not Tampa, the most fraudulent team in the NFC to me would be probably Green Bay.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at on that one.
What I truly want to see is a toilet bowl between the Jets and the Raiders.
Yeah.
Loser gets relegated to Canada.
I'm in for that.
I would be all in for that. I think that would be must watch. throw that shit on Sunday night, I think it would be must watch. Roger, hit us up, man. We got an idea here, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's a terrific idea. I think people will watch the shit out of that.
I think it should get played the Sunday before the Super Bowl.
Like during that week? That off week?
Yep.
I love it. I think it's
instead of the Pro Bowl. You just have them do their quarterback shit,
I
all
love
their
it.
skill shit, and then that Sunday is the toilet bowl, and that's the relegation game to see which team gets relegated to the.
I fucking love it. Raj, we got an idea, man. Hit us up. I think it's a terrific idea.
Yep.
I think it's a moneymaker. I think people would actually watch this.
I would. I'd watch it.
People watch the Pro Bowl. I think they would watch this.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I think we're onto a terrific idea here.
I'm saying I'd watch this, and I haven't watched the Pro Bowl in years.
That used to be your thing, man. You used to love the Pro Bowl.
I've always liked the skills contest.
Yeah.
Never really the game. I did watch the game for a long time, but it's been years since I've watched the game now. It just got to the point where like every All-Star game in every sport, it's just boring at this point.
Oh yeah, I mean I'll watch the baseball one.
I really don't even watch
But
that one.
Like I used to, not like I used to. Like I used
Right.
to get excited for the baseball. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Now I
it's
just get
kinda
excited
like,
for the home run derby. I enjoy that.
And even that, I'm just kind of like
I like watching that.
I don't like the way it's covered now. I can't stand it because
There's a lot of shit going on.
the camera shit. It's like you don't like every pitch. You don't see every pitch, every hit.
Yeah.
You just don't see it anymore. It's like
Yeah.
the way they've done that is they've completely fucked it up. I understand why they did it because the way they used to do it took way too long. So I don't know. They gotta find a balance here with that. But
Yeah.
Anyways, going over the rest of these games. You want to talk about Saints Titans?
The only thing I'll say about the Saints, one thing. I think Tyler Shuck might actually be for real.
ShamWow?
Yeah, I think ShamWow might actually have it, man. He's done pretty well down the stretch there for them. I could tell you what, he's definitely going into next season being their starting quarterback instead of Rattler because he showed way more skills at being a quarterback than Rattler ever did.
Yes, he did. Or do you want to talk about how gutless the Steelers offense played against the Browns defense because they didn't want Myles Garrett to get his fucking sack?
So again, I'll say here, I think they concentrated too much on preventing Myles Garrett from getting the sack record against them
That was embarrassing.
than they did actually winning that game.
That was flat out embarrassing to watch that.
It was a bad showing by Pittsburgh. And listen, as a Browns fan, great, I'll take it. But yeah, that was sad. That was sad.
It
Man.
really was.
They cared way more about.
Which, again, is absurd.
Yeah.
Just win the fucking game. You win
Right.
the game, you win the division.
Well, and at that point, who cares if he gets the sack record
Right.
against
Who gives
you?
a shit?
Great. For years to come, Myles Garrett got the sack record
Right.
against you. Who cares?
Great. Like, you
But
win
if
that
you-
game, you win the division.
You win the game, you win the division.
And now you're going to lose the division because I have a feeling the Ravens are going to beat the shit out of you guys.
I'll be honest with you, so do I.
Speaking of the Ravens, to get to this point, they went into Green Bay, and Derrick Henry decided, I'm going to go Derrick Henry. They decided, hey, we got this guy who's going to be a Hall of Fame running back. Maybe give him the ball. How about that?
Yeah.
But he did 30. He got the ball 36 times and ran for 216 and 4 touchdowns.
Ah, well, you look at that.
Weird.
It's strange how when you play arguably the best running back in the league right now,
It's crazy.
you can win games. Instead of benching him for the last 12 minutes of the fourth quarter of a game.
Yes.
Like you did the week before.
So now you come up to a game for all the marbles in the AFC North. You got Ravens, Steelers, one of the best rivalries in football.
Sunday night football.
This is the Who Gets Fired Bowl. Because I believe the loser of this game gets fired.
I'm kind of disappointed it came down to this because they're not both going to get fired now because
No.
one of them's going to make the playoffs.
I mean, I said at the beginning of the year, I thought both of them were going to get canned if they missed the playoffs. Now, I think one of them, the loser of this game, is going to get fired.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tend to agree with you there. I think probably the loser of this game will end up being on the job market.
Yeah. Black Monday. Oof. Gonna be rough for those guys. For one of them anyway. Whichever
Right.
one loses. Moving on. There's really not much. Dolphins, Bucks. Like what are the Buccaneers doing? I don't get it.
They have completely collapsed, and honestly, Bulls should not have a job if they
What the
if
hell,
they don't make
man?
if they don't make the playoffs. Bulls should not have a job. I mean,
It went from Baker being an MVP candidate, and I'm not putting this all on Baker. That's not what I'm saying here.
there's been some shit where if you look at it, and I know you're not putting it all on Baker. Some of it's on Baker though. He's got to play better.
Fair. I mean, he did
But-
have a decent game, 33 for 44, 346, and 2 touchdowns.
But a lot of that came in garbage time too, though.
Yeah, fair.
When they were playing prevent defense, right? I mean, that was and almost lost me one of my fantasy championships because with that garbage time bullshit.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things wrong with that team right now, man. And I actually think Carolina's going to beat them. Deep down,
I mean, honestly, at this point, yeah. Why not?
Because
And frankly, they shouldn't be able to qualify for the playoffs anyways. They're going to have a losing record.
yeah,
Out.
yeah.
I'm sorry. If you have a losing record, you should not be able
Well,
to make
so if
playoffs.
Tampa makes the playoffs, they'll
Yeah,
have a losing record.
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Carolina, if they win, they'll actually have a winning record
No.
and go to the playoffs. But if they lose, they'll have a losing record.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still feel winning your division should have something to do with it. It's if a division sucks, it sucks. It is what it is. I don't necessarily think you should get a home game or anything like that. Like I think there should be some reseeding things done with
At
that.
the very least, you should not get a home game.
Right. I do think the winners of the divisions should get in because other than that, what's the point of having divisions? Just have it be a whole conference and say fuck it.
I'm okay with that, too.
Which that would be the only solution to me
Yeah.
to say that, all right, even if you have a losing record.
Best record,
and you
you're
win,
in.
Right.
Cool.
And
I'm
at
all
that,
right with
and at that point in time, like then maybe they just do that. But as long as you're going to have divisions, I think division winners got to make it in. But I think they should rethink getting a home game or something like that because of it. That shouldn't happen. If you have a losing record and you're a division winner, like it, once you make the playoffs, it should be best records get buys or whatever they should be,
Right,
or you get
right.
home field, right?
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it, in my opinion. But,
Right.
yeah, there's a lot wrong with that team. That defense can't fucking stop anybody.
Ooh.
That offensive line is atrocious. Their blocking for Baker right now is basically like a fucking a matador
It is
in a
not
bull
good.
ring.
It is not
like
good.
it's basically like ole, and Baker's running for his life back
Yeah.
there. I'm not taking any blame away from Baker. He hasn't played as well as he needs to, but there's a lot of things wrong with that fucking team. And if they don't win, Bulls should be fired, in my opinion. Absolutely.
I don't necessarily disagree with you on this. Patriots hammer the Jets. God, the Jets are such an embarrassment. Such an embarrassment. There's nothing to say about that game. Like, the Patriots win. Of course they won.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Seahawks hammer the Panthers 27-10. Question coming out of this game for me, and this is to you.
Okay.
Do you trust Sam Darnold?
That's tough, man. So he took a big step in gaining confidence in big games,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I don't think we're there yet. I think he needs to put up another performance like he did against the Rams to help lead them back. He made some really good plays down the stretch there. And again, I know the only reason they were in that game was a kick return for a touchdown. I get that. But once they were within reach, he's the one that led those touchdown drives and those 2-point conversions. Not talking about the one that was a fumble, the other ones. I think he needs to do a little bit more. I think this game coming up, if he can play big in this game against San Francisco, and even take a step further, if he can pull that win out for them, I think it takes a bigger step further. I don't think I'm there yet in saying I'd be able to trust him. No.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of with you on that one. But
I don't want to take away what he did against LA because that took strides into taking some question marks away from him, in my opinion. But it didn't take them all.
right. No, I'm kind of with you on that one.
You can't exercise all your demons at one point. You know what I mean? It's going to take a little while.
Giants and the Raiders. I'm shocked this game wasn't on Comedy Central because, like, why? For what? Nobody should see that. Nobody should ever see that. And if you took kids to that, that's child abuse. Bears Niners, however, now that was worth watching because that was a fun game.
That was a fucking great game.
That was a fun game, and I gotta give it Caleb. I thought he played well. I did.
Caleb did play well.
I thought he played well.
You know who played better? Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, yes.
That dude. So, just to give you a little insight here, I ended up playing Brock Purdy instead of Drake May.
Okay.
In my fantasy championship in one of my leagues. I had May in another league that played in a 2-quarterback league, and then in the other league, it was a 2-quarterback league didn't have.
You overcame the 5 TDs?
I did because Brock Purdy ran 2 in and threw for 3.
There you go.
So he finished 1 point behind
Drake May.
a career game from Drake May. So he made me look less stupid.
Yeah.
By having, and actually, if he doesn't throw that pick 6,
Yeah.
he'd have finished with 6 more points because the pick 6 cost me 6 points. An interception was 2, and the actual return of the touchdown cost me 4. So he'd have had 6 more points if it wasn't. So I actually made the right choice in that one.
Yep.
But I thought for sure coming out of that early window with Drake May's game where he played just unbelievable that I had lost one of my leagues because of not playing him. But Purdy made me wrong. I am a champ. So.
Yes, you are. Do you want to tell the listeners like what kind of a champ you are this year?
No, we don't do that right now.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Right. You should. And then obviously the Monday night game. Again, the Rams, they are not good at like the worst time of the year.
I tell you what, man, the 2 things that stuck out for me in that game.
Yes.
Sorry, not to interrupt. Was the Rams defense being so bad against the run.
Yeah.
And not like Bijan isn't great. He's fucking great, dude, but there was some Olayin going on that defense with like guys were running towards him and then like not even trying to tackle him. Like it was weird, man. Yeah. There was some business decisions being made out on that field. Wasn't sure what was happening. And also that Atlanta defense, they've shown flashes this year.
Yeah.
Next year, watch out for that fucking defense, man. That defense has played really well in some games this year. They've shown some flashes.
They got to get a quarterback.
They do. But again, if Penix stays healthy, I think it's a different season.
I don't know how you can trust that. You can't.
I think they do. And from what I've seen from Penix, I would trust it enough to not bail on it.
Really?
Yeah.
With a dude who's blown out his knee like 4 times? I don't know, man.
No.
That to me is just like it's a ticking time bomb every time he steps out on the field. You know?
Well,
so
his mobility's going to be a little rough. I think Penix actually does have a really good in the pocket presence. I think he throws. I think he can if he can adjust to not being as mobile, is really what it's going to come down to for him.
I don't know if he can though.
That's what it's going to. That's what.
And this is why I say I think they need a legitimate quarterback that can stay healthy.
They might need to bring a quarterback in to compete.
Jameis, baby.
But
Jacoby Brisket, let's go.
That defense is going to be impressive next year. I really do think that.
But to your point, if that defense is as good as I actually agree with you on this, that I think the defense is going to be good. They need to supplement that with
at least go to next season
with a competent offense.
At least go to next season with a better backup plan
than
Penix in case the injury lingers or in case he isn't the same quarterback.
I can't trust it. I can't.
I can trust it as long as I bring in a competent backup.
Fair. Like I said,
that's where I'd be at.
Give me Jameis, baby.
Listen, Jameis can get it done, man.
Jameis, or like I said, Brisket. Let's go.
Well, Brissett might have earned a big contract with Arizona.
He's going to get that Matt Flynn contract?
He might. With Arizona. I think they like what they've seen.
Hey, Kyler's going to be out there.
Yeah. Kyler could be the backup in Atlanta.
As long as he doesn't go to Cleveland, which I hope he does.
I really hope he doesn't.
him and Pete Carroll on the way to Cleveland, baby. Let's do it.
Pray to God that doesn't happen.
I want this to happen so bad.
I want it not to happen so bad.
You know who else wants it to happen so bad?
Such a bad segue.
I know.
The Joe Wright Group.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, now's the time to take advantage of having the expertise of 3 real estate agents for the price of 1 on your side. Make the right move with the right group, the Joe Wright Group. Give Craig Joe Wright, Mike Bush, and Shane Wilson a call today at 248-535-4750 to fulfill all of your real estate needs. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. College football playoff, which starts tomorrow, as we're recording this on a Tuesday. Starts on New Year's Eve with Miami taking on Ohio State. We have Ole Miss taking on Georgia on New Year's Day. Alabama, Indiana also on New Year's Day, and Oregon, Texas Tech on New Year's Day. I wish they could do all these games on New Year's Day. It kind of sucks that they're not doing them all on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I kind of understand why, but I don't like that a game's on New Year's Eve. Not a fan. I mean, if you're going to do it this way, have 2 games on New Year's Eve and then 2 games on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
But whatever, it is what it is. Now, just kind of looking at how this bracket is set up. What are your thoughts? I think there's some intriguing. I think that Alabama Indiana is going to be an intriguing matchup.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think these are all going to be pretty good games. Truthfully, I think we're going to get what we want. We're going to see some good games. I think Ohio State ends up pulling out the game against Miami.
I do too.
I think Oregon pulls out the game against Texas Tech.
Okay.
I see Georgia beating Ole Miss.
All right.
And in all honesty, I see the team winning this whole thing, beating Alabama.
Oh, you think Indiana's going to win the whole thing? All right.
Yeah.
I think
I really do.
I think Texas Tech is going to beat Oregon.
Really?
I do. Wow. I think Indiana is going to beat Alabama. I got to roll with Georgia in this one, as much as I don't want to. I got to roll with Georgia, being as they actually have their head coach there, and this is just like an SEC game. Like, it's not going to be
right.
We don't know this team or anything like that. It's, dude, you know everything they do. So
right.
And frankly, I think Georgia's going to win big.
Yeah.
And then as for the Miami Ohio State game, obviously you know who I'm rooting for in that. I'm obviously a Miami fan. I don't think they got the firepower to hang with Ohio State. I don't.
Yeah.
And I see Ohio State. And this being as the spread is 9.5. Obviously, Vegas knows that too.
Right.
So I do see Ohio State taking this one, but Miami's in the playoff. I'm happy about that. They're making steps that way. All right, cool.
Right.
Maybe this year you get to the playoff. Next year you're like the bully on the block. People are chasing you. All right, cool. I'm down with that. Just be competitive, guys. Don't get fucking blown out. That's all I'm asking for.
Right.
Don't get blown out. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on this. I just want to see good games, though. But unfortunately, the Ole Miss Georgia game, I think Georgia's going to win big. I do.
Let's see. Mike Brooks. Hey, what's up, Brooksy?
Brooksy.
He says Big Ten championship rematch for the Natty.
Yeah, I could see that. Absolutely, I can see that. I
Yep.
think that'd be fun.
I agree with you. And in that one, like I said, my team to win it all right now is Indiana. I think they're the best team out there right now.
As much as I hate to say it, I still think it's Ohio State.
Yeah,
I think
maybe I'm just hating to say that, which is why I'm not.
They have the experience. I think they have. I don't know. I think they have the right ingredients to win again. I do. Indiana's never been in this position, like ever.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you look at Alabama, but it's not the same Alabama anymore. It's not Saban's Alabama, right? Georgia, yeah, they've obviously been in this position. So I mean, I could look at Georgia and be like, yeah, they can conceivably win this thing. Cool. Oregon, I don't trust Oregon in big games. I don't. And this is why I think Texas Tech is going to beat them.
Yeah.
Like, if the game was in Oregon, I might think a little bit different about that. I know it's a neutral site. I get it.
Right.
It's in Miami.
Oregon's the only technical upset I have, even though they're favored in the game.
Right.
Seed-wise, they're an underdog.
Yeah.
They're the only seed-wise underdog I have winning.
And this is really the only reason why I have Texas Tech winning this game is I don't trust Oregon in big games.
Yeah.
I don't. Like, every big game, I'm not talking like conference games or, out of conference games in the regular season. I'm talking about like bowl games, like national championship games, playoff games. You look at last year in the Rose Bowl. Like, they got fucking body bagged in that game. And this is why I don't trust Oregon. Simple as that. This seems to happen to them.
Sticking with college football and trusting, let's talk about the Michigan hire.
Do we have to?
I mean, we don't have to.
No, we do.
I think we should give a couple thoughts on it.
We have to bring it up, yes.
Thoughts?
I mean, I don't really know what else they could do, honestly. It was the worst time to fire Sharon Moore, but you had to do it. They
could have done it sooner.
They could have done it sooner,
but they chose not to.
Right, because we all know why.
Yes.
But being as you did it when you did it, every candidate that could have replaced him was already taken.
Yep.
You were getting Kalen DeBoer. Even if Kalen DeBoer had lost that first playoff game, I still don't think you were getting him.
I tend to agree with you.
So I think what you did is you looked at the situation and go, what white bread coach can we find that is going to be the safest hire? All right, let's get this dude from Utah.
I think this hire, and we talked about it before the show.
We did.
I think this hire was a very, and you said it, safe.
Yeah.
It was a hire that, all right, I'm going to speak from Michigan's perspective, I guess. Man, we've had some scandals and some bullshit happening around here. We need to right the ship fast. We need to get people to stop looking at our program like they do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hire this guy. He's safe. It'll be a complete 180 from where we were, and it'll be a respectable hire. To me, this hire says nothing about wanting to win a national championship because to me, this hire doesn't go anywhere near that. And I'm not trying to bag on the guy.
No, I think he's a good coach.
Because I agree with you. I think he's a good coach, but he's just a good coach.
Yeah.
And
he's not the difference maker.
He's not. And I don't care how much more money you hand him in going to Michigan. Yes, he's going to have a lot more things at his disposal, a lot more money, a lot better recruiting. Here's the thing, man. You're a good coach is fine with all that, but it doesn't win you a natty. You still need a really good to great coach in order to win a natty with all those things behind you.
You do.
Like I just don't see it from him. I don't see that I see that he's a good coach.
Yeah.
I don't see him being a difference maker, great coach that can win you a natty.
He's a bridge to something better. He's a bridge till all this goes away, and then they'll hire the best coach available. They give him a 5-year deal, I think.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure I didn't see what the buyout was for it. I'm sure it's not anything crazy.
Probably not.
And even if it was, obviously Michigan's got the backing; they can buy him out if need
right.
be.
And I don't think his contract is even that bad.
Right.
What's he? I think it's like $8 million a year or something like that. I think I saw. I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing an exact.
The narrative is like, why did he get pushed out at Utah? It's like I don't necessarily know he got pushed out at Utah. I think it was time to go.
Right.
I mean, he's been there forever. It's time to go. All right.
Yeah.
And I guess because I saw this on one of my buddies on social the other night posted thoughts about the hire, and I'm like, I guess cautiously optimistic is kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
you already upgraded. You upgraded.
Yeah. So is he an upgrade from Sharon Moore? Yes.
You won 9 games with Sharon Moore as your fucking head coach.
Right.
And then you upgraded. So okay. So it can't be that bad of a hire, right?
So I'm not saying it's a horrible hire. And I think we're locked up on this one pretty much. It's just not a
It's not a home run.
It's not going for a national title hire. It's going for a rebranding hire.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Which you have a good head coach who will still win games and change the perspective and get everybody to stop looking at Michigan football.
But here's the problem with this: it doesn't matter who you hire, as long as Ward Manuel's still there.
Well, you and I agree on that one too. Like he's got to be. I don't know how the fuck that dude still has a job.
This is the issue. You can hire whomever. You could hire the Dalai Lama, but as long as Ward Manuel is still there.
See, I don't think Dalai Lama will be a good coach though.
But you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You could hire the Dalai Lama, but as long as Ward Manuel is still there, this shit's gonna stay over this program,
right?
Until he's gone. This is what these idiot regents and all these idiot Michigan insiders don't realize. He has to go. in order for this shit to change.
And I still don't understand how he hasn't.
Neither do I. I don't get it.
By the way, his contract is $8.2 million per year.
Okay. I didn't. Does it have the buyout information?
The deal is 75% guaranteed.
Okay.
And it says he's supposed to make 8.2 a year. I don't see anything other than that.
Okay. See, and again, this is the problem with Ward Manuel, though, is because he's like tight with the regions. So that's why he hasn't been fired yet.
Yeah, so average salary is 8.2, first year salary 8, contract length 5 years, guaranteed portion is 75%. He previously was making around 6.9, so he got basically about $1 million upgrade to go coach Michigan.
Right. Okay. Again, I'm cautiously optimistic. We'll see how it goes. Again, you've upgraded coaches in that regard. You have. Again, not exactly a high bar.
No.
So, I mean, we'll see. That's really all that's.
And Brooks says, but he doesn't have any wins for Michigan yet. Don't know if he is better. I mean, yeah, he hasn't won any games for Michigan yet. I can tell you from what I've seen, I didn't like them hiring Sharon Moore when they did.
We both said that.
So right, and so I can say from outside looking at him as a coach, just looking at him as coaches.
Yes.
I think Whittingham is a better coach than Sharon Moore. Now, is he a huge upgrade? Is he going to win you a national title? No, I don't think so.
No.
I think he is a better coach, even if it's slightly, than Sharon Moore. And I think, again, I think this was a hire of, all right, let's hire a guy that's competent, but let's hire a guy that just is not going to have any eyes on him and do anything stupid.
Let's hire a guy that's not going to put us in the headlines for the wrong reasons.
Right.
You know?
And I think it was a safe hire with a coach that is slightly better at this point. It was a very safe hire for them. I think Chris. I think you're right. It is a stepping stone hire to the next hire that it will be, whenever that will be.
Like if he's here more than,
I think if he's here more than 3 years, it'll be a miracle.
That's kind of where I was with this. If he's here more than 3 years, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I'm right. I think 3 years is probably the
Honestly,
window.
I'd almost say if he's here longer than 2 years, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I think 3 years coaching, and then they're going to have to replace him by then.
Yeah.
If winning a national title is still what they want, right. Because if after 3 years you haven't replaced him, in my opinion, one of two things is happening: either Whittingham really is much better than we think he is, and he's bringing them close to a national title,
right?
Or you don't really care enough about a national title at that point. It's one of those two things.
Which the latter is, it can't be true, because that's Michigan. They want to win.
If they really wanted to win, they wouldn't have hired Sharon Moore.
Fair. That I don't. But again, that was a Ward hire.
I agree.
Ward wanted him, and Ward got him. But what I love is, like, apparently this year that him and Wink got in a fucking huge argument, pissing contest, and he made Sharon cry.
Oh, nice.
Which I love. It's like, yes. Good. I'm glad you did that. Good job, Wink.
Nice.
I mean,
it is kind of funny if you could make a grown man cry in an argument.
I concur with that. I'm curious to see how he's going to fill out the staff, though. Obviously, they kept the running back coach, which is good, I think, right?
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see what they do at the coordinators, with the coordinators.
Yeah.
He already said he's going to run a spread offense. All right, that's cool. Whatever. You know, they're going to run the ball a lot. Cool.
I mean, but he's that kind of coach. He is, and here's the thing too is, I think this fact alone will make you realize that this hire was not done for national championship contention. It was done for other reasons. The guy is nearly 70.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're hiring a coach that's nearly 70, either they're one of the best in the game.
Yeah.
Or you're doing it for the safe aspect of it.
But look at Indiana's coach. He's not much younger than this guy. He's only a couple years younger.
Yeah, again, if you're hiring a coach, if you've had your coach and he's approaching 70, it's one thing. If you're hiring your coach and he's almost 70, he's either one of the best in the game or he's a bridge.
And like we've talked about, I think he's a bridge.
Right.
So,
because to me, he's definitely not one of the best in the game right now.
No, certainly not.
Right.
But again, I think he was probably the best that you could get at this point in time.
Yes, totally agree.
You know, people talk about Dillingham from Arizona State, and they made sure to keep him real quick. Here's more money. Stay. And he did, obviously.
Right.
You know, and there was obviously talk of other candidates. And I'm just like, you guys don't have a big pool to choose from here. You really don't.
No.
So I guess they did the best they could do. Whatever. But anyways. Moving on.
Speaking of doing the best you can do, the best in the game right now, if you're looking for a place to go to watch any of those games we talked about, or any of the NFL games this weekend, look no further than Tap and Barrel Grill in Shelby Township. They're one of the newest sports bars in Metro Detroit. They're an upscale sports bar. They feature over 40 craft beers on tap, handcrafted cocktails, and a delicious scratch-made food menu. The comfortable feel, attentive staff, and fine dining food options make it a must-visit spot for sports fans and foodies alike. Whether you're looking to watch the big game or just looking for a great meal, Tap and Barrel Grill has you covered. Visit them at 50055 Van Dyke Avenue in Shelby Township, or go to tapandbarrelgrill.com.
Brooks said it was a dumb hire.
That was a dumb hire.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether he's talking about Sharon, because we talked about both hires. I'm not sure whether he's talking about Sharon or Whittingham.
Sharon, 100%, yes.
Sharon was definitely a dumb hire. Whittingham, to me, is a safe, like we talked about. It's a safe.
Yeah.
This is what we have to do for right now.
I don't necessarily know how you could say it's a dumb hire when you yourself said he hasn't coached a game for him yet. Well, how can you say it's a dumb hire?
Yeah, that's why I think it, yeah.
You know?
But maybe he just doesn't think he's a good coach, which that's fine.
That's fair.
And that is fair. He said, I can't even reply. By the time you get the message, you're 5 minutes later in the show. He said more. Sharon Moore was a dumb hire. So he agrees with it, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yes, we are in lockstep on that one, Mike.
But it could also be the fact that maybe we just don't always see them right away. Not that they don't get to us right away, but we don't always jump in and see them right away. But
correct. Anyways.
Yeah. So then in that case, we're all on board on that one. And I know you're an Ohio State guy now, Mike, but you do pay attention to college. And yeah, I think we all agree that was a dumb hire. That was a panic hire. And it was well, he's on the staff. Let's just do it.
But he did beat Ohio State twice.
He did. He did.
Had a needle that in.
He did. Yeah, that was. There you go. There you go.
Anyways.
All right. You want to get into the picks?
Yes.
All right. Let's do it.
This segment is brought to you by the Joe Wright Group.
It's time!
Okay. So last week's picks, none of us were very good, except for, well, Chris, you won the week.
Really?
You won the week overall at 10-9-1.
Okay.
The winners of the college picks were Lady Friend and Frank at 5-5.
Okay.
The losers were you, me, and Eric. Because we know Eric made those picks since they were so bad.
Yeah.
Eric went 2-8. I went 3-7. You went 4-6.
Yikes.
None of us were very good at college picks this week. NFL picks. Chris, you were the best at 6-3-1. I was second at 5-4-1.
Which one did I tie?
So we all tied the Dallas game.
Okay.
Because they beat them by exactly 7. So no matter who picked what, it was.
Right.
So you were 6-3-1. I was 5-4-1, and let's see. Frank was 4-5-1. Eric was 3-6-1. Lady Friend, you were 1-8-1 in your NFL picks.
Yikes!
So I'm not sure whether you went back to ChatGPT or not, but that was a real.
Hey.
That was a real turn south. I'm not gonna lie, because you were doing really, really well. So much so that I believe last week you were in first.
Not no mo.
Yeah, last week you were in first, Lady Friend, overall. After this week, you are not anymore. So
you gonna learn today.
Yeah, unfortunately, you were doing so well too.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna look at the overall, the leader in the clubhouse right now is actually. Holy shit, Lady friend, you are still in
Really?
the lead. We're that bad,
Oh,
actually.
God. All right.
None of us have a winning record.
I retract my previous statement.
None of us have a winning record.
Yeah.
I will say that. So, let me see here. Lady friend, you are at 49.81% win percentage with a 131, 132, and 2. That's it's not, none of us are good.
Yes.
Eric and Alicia are second at 49.66 with 143, 145, and 2. I am third at 49.32 and 145, 149, and 2. Chris, you are in fourth, 48.98, 143, 149, and 2. And Frank is in dead last at 131, 143, and 2 at a 47.83 win percentage. Moving on to Week 18 picks. Let's hope that we all do better than we did this week.
Yes, that would be ideal because obviously we've been bad pretty much this whole year. So
We have not been very good with our picks this year.
It just speaks to how wild the NFL has. I think that's been the majority of it, though.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, even our college picks have been off.
Right, but I think the NFL this year has been so just it's been crazy this year.
Yeah.
You know, it's games you think are going to be, easy pick. Nah, it's going to go the complete other way. Anyways,
Yeah,
we move on.
thank God my betting and my fantasy football has been better
Yeah,
than my
right.
picks this year because
without-
if not, I would be broke.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that and going to Disney, yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah. when you mix in losing your picks and losing fantasy football and losing your bets with going to Disney every year,
Yeah.
you're definitely broke.
You're definitely broke.
So yeah, thank the Lord I'm not as bad at everything else as these picks, but these picks have been for shit.
So we start this week with we got a bunch of college bowl games. So you never know how these are going to go because players opt out, and it's not like the actual team that we saw the entire regular season. So we'll see how these play out. First up, we got USC laying 5.5, taking on TCU. We all took USC except Alicia. She took TCU.
You can't let that shit happen. You can't.
Fact.
I love how you said it was Alicia's pick.
Next up, we got Michigan taking on Texas. Texas is laying 7.5. We all took Texas except Lady Friend. She took Michigan.
You was farting in bathtubs and laughing your ass off.
Where I just read they have like 15 players out of that game. Michigan does.
Ouch.
Yes. Next up, we got Iowa taking on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's laying 5.5. Myself, Eric, and Frank took Vanderbilt. Joe and Allison took Iowa.
Never go for a retard.
Well, after that, we got Arizona State taking on Duke. Duke is laying 3.5. Joe, myself, and Eric took Arizona State. Frank and Allison took Duke.
Diarrhea.
That's what I think of Duke. Yes, diarrhea, 100%.
Bing bong.
Next, we got Nebraska taking on Utah. Utah's laying 14.5. Myself and Lady Friend took Utah. Joe, Eric, and Frank took Nebraska.
Hello, motherfucker.
Without the Patrick Mahomes wannabe. That shit is creepy, though. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's
dude, like, that's full on, like,
it's weird.
yeah.
It's fucking weird. I'm surprised he didn't blow out his ACL just to fucking be like
Just to be like
yeah,
him, I know.
Fucking
I know.
weird. Next, we got Navy laying 7.5, taking on Cincinnati. Joe and Eric took Cincinnati. Myself, Frank, and Allison took Navy.
Motherfucker.
That's still one of my favorite ones. I love that. After that, we got Wake Forest taking on Mississippi State. Mississippi State's laying 3.5. Joe and myself took Wake Forest. Eric, Frank, and Allison took Mississippi State.
The meatloaf.
And now we get to the college football playoff portion of this. We have Miami taking on Ohio State. Ohio State's laying 9.5. We took the Buckeyes across the board.
Like Kobayashi.
Next, we got Oregon laying 2.5, taking on Texas Tech. Joe, Eric, and Frank took Oregon. Myself and Lady Friend took Texas Tech.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
After that, we got Alabama taking on Indiana. Indiana's laying 7.5. Joe and myself took Indiana. Eric, Frank, and Allison took Alabama.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
And the final college game on the slate, Mississippi taking on Georgia. Georgia's laying 6.5. Joe, Frank, and Allison took Georgia. Myself and Eric took Mississippi.
Lady friend just put down that she took Miami.
Did she?
That's what she said in the chat. She said she took Miami.
Let's go to the
Take
replay.
a big step back and literally fuck your own face.
We're going to Toronto for a review on this one. Oh shit, she did take Miami.
Holy shit.
That is my fault. Sorry.
Good catch, lady friend.
Very good catch. That's my bad. All right, so you're on the island with Miami. Good job. Yep, my fault. Anyways, moving on to the...
Wait, she's on an island?
Yeah.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
Well played, sir. Well played. Moving on, we start the NFL slate. I didn't really know what games to pick on this one because some of them really don't
Yeah,
mean
and some of them don't matter.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's I noticed it was a cut down list,
Yeah.
but I figured that was why. There's a lot of games that don't fucking matter.
No. So, first off, we got Carolina taking on Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is laying 2.5. Joe, Eric, Frank, and Allison took Carolina. I, for whatever reason, took the Bucks.
Thanks a lot, Bin Laden.
Next up, we got Seattle laying 1.5, taking on San Francisco. We all have the Niners across the board.
Fuck you, blow me.
Next, we got Green Bay taking on Minnesota. Minnesota's laying 6.5. Joe, myself, and Frank took Green Bay. Eric and Allison took Minnesota.
Hey, bro, you mind putting on some pants? I find it a little weird I have to ask twice.
After that, we got Arizona taking on the LA Rams. Rams are laying 7.5. Joe and myself took Arizona, and Lady Friend took Arizona. Eric and Frank took the Rams.
Remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Except for herpes. That shit'll come back with you.
Next, we got Baltimore laying 3.5, taking on the Steelers. Joe and myself took Pittsburgh. Eric, Frank, and Allison took Baltimore.
It's not illegal. It's frowned upon, like masturbating on an airplane.
And the biggest game of the week, per usual, the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Bears laying 2.5. Everybody took the Bears except Eric, who took the Lions.
If we take a fucking tight end, I quit!
And those are this week's picks.
All right. Anything else we want to get into this week? Other than telling everybody have a happy new year
right.
and be safe. Don't drive drunk.
Yes.
Call somebody, Uber, do something. Please don't drive under the influence.
Have a Merry New Year, but yes, please be safe about it. That's really all we ask. One, I did want out of these NFL games that are, that actually means something, right? Like the Pittsburgh, Baltimore, San Francisco, Seattle.
Yep.
Was there one more that meant something? Wasn't it the Tampa Bay, Carolina game?
Yeah, Tampa Bay, Carolina.
Yeah.
San Francisco, Seattle.
Yeah.
Baltimore, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And
is that it?
I think there's one or two more, just with seeding wise.
Okay, yeah. So that doesn't mean you're in or out of the playoffs.
Right.
I mean, I know the San Francisco.
Seattle is for the division and for number one seed, really.
So out of those three games, and obviously we know which one they chose, but out of those three games, which one would you have flexed into Sunday night?
San Francisco, Seattle.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But East Coast bias, man.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I knew that was going to be the Sunday night game as soon as I knew that those two were going to be playing for.
As soon as the
division.
Steelers lost.
Yeah,
yeah,
I knew that was going to be the Sunday night game.
Yep.
And for me, I'd much rather see the Seattle San Francisco game.
I could not agree.
I think
with
it's
you
going to be. I think it's going to be more of a shootout.
I think it's going to be a better game.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be more of a shootout game too, and that's what I would have rather seen.
I don't want to see geriatric Aaron Rodgers and Snoop Huntley and maybe Lamar. I don't know.
No, I don't either.
I mean, we'll see, but as long as it's a good game though. But you're right. I think it should have been San Francisco, Seattle. I think it's just going to be a better game. Anyways, that's all I had for that one.
Yeah, and we get to watch. It's still a night game. San Francisco, Seattle, still a night game. It's Saturday night.
Yeah.
but it's not what I would have rather. I would have rather that been a Sunday night game.
Yes.
And Tampa, Carolina, they just get completely disrespected in the 4 o'clock Saturday game. But again, what do you expect? I mean, Carolina wasn't supposed to be there, and Tampa Bay's been god awful in the second half of the season.
You got a team with a losing record.
Well, and you've got a team that went 1-7 down the stretch.
Come on.
And Carolina's, it's a great story, but
nobody wants to see the Bucs.
Nobody really truly cares about your game other than like your two fan bases and me, maybe. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
Yes.
So anyway, give us a like, a share, and a follow on our social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. You can find all of our podcasts on your favorite podcast provider. Check out SOTDET.com. Click on shop, buy some stuff. We'd appreciate it. Also, click on our sponsors, logos. Give them a like, a share, and a follow as well. SOTDET.com. On behalf of Chris, I'm Joe. Have a happy new year and be safe. See you next Tuesday.
And that is it for us today.
No! God, please, no!
Bye, have a great time.
No! God!
Bye, guys.
No. Bye, buddy.
No!
Goodbye.
No!
Goodbye.
No!
It's never goodbye.
Hey.
You know, we've been through our ups and been through our downs.
And you were meant to be here tonight.
You guys will always be in my heart.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
I think the most important part is that we all stay together throughout.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Live. Fight like hell. The best thing I have ever done, the best thing I will ever do, is be a dad.
God, I love you guys. Mamba out.